Hey everybody, sorry about being late here. Had a little technical difficulties, but here we are without Joe. So we're ready for a fun half an hour with you. It's good. My name's Robbie. I'm one of the senior recruiters here. I'm with John, who is
Hi.
the senior recruiter.
Yeah. Yep. And we're going to talk to you today about the new company pay that we have. Just came out. We're just rolling out the flatbeds last week. We had a little bit of information on there that the percentage of the loads went up from 24% to 28%. But now, great news, we got it from the van side that their percentage of pay went up from 24% to 28% also. So that's huge news for us.
That's crazy, isn't it,
Yeah.
John?
I mean, it used to be a long time ago that we weren't talking about huge numbers or anything, and that was great numbers. But now, what are we averaging cents per mile?
You know, we've been at or above 65 cents a mile. We rolled this program out February 4th, 2019. So we've been doing this for quite a while. And even over the last 12 weeks prior to this going to 28%, we've been at or above 75 cents a mile.
That's amazing. 75 cents a mile for company drivers.
Company drivers.
Yeah, average. And we got some that are doing more than that.
Yeah.
These are just averages that we sell. If you've seen in our last ones, that's all we try to go off of. If you come out there, if you're willing to work and do the average amount of time out, average amount of loads, that's what you're going to be seeing, 75 cents a mile.
Well, John, you touched on it a little bit there with the, if you're coming here to work,
Yep.
That's really what it comes down to. The guys that are coming here to work right now, drivers that are coming here to work right now, are doing exceptionally well. And we're going to get into some of those average numbers here in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, just to be at 75 cents a mile is just, we're excited about it.
Yep.
And I know the drivers that are here are excited about it. And I hope that this word gets out fast.
Yes, definitely. So referrals, people that are looking to come in, anything, you can call us anytime. I'm going to give you the phone number. If we want to type it on there too, I don't know if we can post numbers on there for what we got. But give us a call. We got recruiters standing by to take your phone call. It's 888-903-8377. Call us, one of the recruiters. We're glad to run through all the information with you as far as getting into flatbed specialized, doing the dry vans, lease purchase, company positions, everything that we got available.
John, say that number one more time for the crowd.
Yeah, it's 888-903-8377.
And so this is my first time doing this, so I appreciate comments. It kind of helped this go smoothly, number one. But number two, so I can see who's here. I can see how many people are watching, but I can't see who's here without looking at the comments. So throw a quick comment in there. We'll say hi. And so we'll spend the next 20 minutes together here.
Got questions too. If you got any questions, put them on there. We're glad to hear them. Even afterwards, if it's something that we didn't cover on there, you didn't want to put it in the comments, message us. We got recruiters standing by on the messages boards that if you have questions on there, you can do it. Call us, email us, anything. We got so many different ways to get a hold of us out there. So please do it. Let everybody know. If you're sitting at a truck stop right now and you're watching live, show it to the guy next to you. That could be a referral for you. Everybody's got to hear about this. 75 cents a mile for company drivers. It's amazing.
It is amazing. Hey, Chad, I see you on there. Good to see you watching these. Chad's a driver that's been here a long time. So if you're a prospective driver, wanting to talk to a driver, Chad's a good resource there for you. You can see his name in the comments. You're welcome for that, Chad. Just a couple other things. So we talked about the going up to 75 cents a mile. That's a huge deal. A couple other things though is our tarp pay's gone up. We're now paying $80 for a legal size load and $100 for oversized loads, and that's exciting too.
That's huge also. Also for OD pay on flatbed specialized, it's gone up from 33% to 50% is what the company drivers get paid on oversized loads, and that's just a huge chunk of change they're throwing out for our drivers.
Absolutely. And so another thing, and so what you can see from this stuff is that ATS takes this very seriously. They don't want to be a middle of the pack company. The higher up management, they want to be the leader in the industry. And so another thing they've done is, so in our flatbed division, this is what we've been discussing mostly is our flatbed division. Each time you step up in a class, there's going to be a one-time payout. So each time you step up, you're going to get, I see Chad talking about a bonus check. So that's good timing, Chad. So it's a sort of a bonus check for stepping up in class and being able to do bigger freight. So, and that's, that covers, I think, most of the flatbed stuff we wanted to talk about, right?
Yep. I mean, we got I want to talk about the career path that we have.
Yeah.
Drivers starting out that haven't been into flatbed specialized and that want to get into it, we offer training. During orientation, there's a day and a half of load securement training. So if you want to get into it, we have the training for you. And then the career path, moving up from legal size loads. We go all the way up to 19 axle setups right now. And everything in wind energy from blades to tower sectors, generators. We also do equipment hauling, like your tractors, skid loaders, forklifts, construction equipment, military equipment, and pretty much anything that pays good, we haul it. So that's how we can get these numbers, because we do everything we can for our drivers. One thing we don't work off broker boards. We don't work off third-party sites or anything. We're customer direct freight. Everything we have, we're directly through the customer. So we get the better prices on it, which means more money in your pocket. So that's really nice.
Yeah, good to see you on there, Paul. Yeah, and you know that career path, I can't brag about that enough. Somebody who's been doing, you know, let's say you've got good over-the-road experience, been doing dry van, tanker, reefer, but you see these big sexy windmill blades going down the road, and you're like, one day I want to do that. With just, you know, doing van, tanker, reefer, you can come to ATS and have an opportunity to work into that. Obviously, it's not an overnight deal. You know, you don't come to orientation and we throw you the keys and say, here you go, there's a load that's 16 wide, good luck, let me know how it turns out. There's a career path to get you there, though. And it's very clear, well-defined, and I don't know that anywhere else in the industry that has that kind of a career path. So if that's something that interests you, definitely call that phone number. You know, ask any questions on here, or, you know, just pick up the phone and give us a call. That's what we do. We're, you know, we introduce ourselves as driver recruiters. But to be honest, I really, really believe in and try to achieve being a driver consultant. Sometimes that means, hey, you know, we need you to go somewhere else and get a little bit of experience first. And, you know, we're not about, hey, I got somebody on the phone, I got to get them in class on Monday. This is about talking to the driver, what can we do for a career for you as the driver?
I know there's a lot of recruiters out there that just, there's a live person on the phone, let's see what we can do to get them in here. We're going to tell them anything. No, we don't do it that way. We're going to tell you exactly what you're going to see. If it's a fit for you, great. If not, we understand, because we're not a fit for absolutely everybody out there. But the drivers that come here, they stay. When you look at the time that drivers are here, our average tenure is over 5 years. And that's huge in the trucking industry. We have a wall downstairs of people that have 1 million miles, 2 million miles, 3 million safe miles with ATS. That's what we do for our drivers out there.
Absolutely.
We make sure that you guys have the right training to get into these programs. There's no closed areas. That if you need to get a hold of somebody, say you need to talk to somebody in safety, you have a phone number to call. If you need to talk to your fleet manager, you got a phone number to call. If you need to talk to any other departments, you have somebody that you can get a hold of. Plus, if you're in the area, stop in and see us. We don't have it closed off where we're behind glass, behind doors that you have to beg and plead to try to get to anybody. You walk in, it's all open. You want to see anybody, you can walk up and talk to them. Even us recruiters, if there's something out there that you're not getting an answer right away and you need to talk to somebody, call us. We always tell our drivers coming in, program our phone number into your phone. You need anything, give us a holler. We're glad to help you.
Yeah, most recruiters in this recruiting team have been here for an extended period of time, and we don't always have the answers. We like to think we do.
That's true.
but I always ask my drivers, and I know the other recruiters do too. Save my number. If the day ever comes when you're struggling getting an answer, struggling with anything, any questions at all, give us a call. We've been here long enough that we can get you connected to the right person in a timely manner.
Mm-hmm. And Eugene, I see your comment on there. Van contractors need a pay increase. Well, freight out there right now, if anybody out there, they know freight is crazy. It's paying amazing. We're talking about averages. We got our last pay average for drivers out there right now. The least drivers are seeing after expenses $2,100 to $3,000 a week. That's what the reports are telling us that our drivers are actually seeing out there. If you're not seeing that kind of money, either you're sitting around, you're rejecting freight, or of course things happen like truck breakdown, you have to go home for a little while because of home issues or whatever. But drivers going out doing 2 to 3 weeks out, they're taking home $2,100 to $3,000 a week.
Yeah, and John touched on that. That's an average. So there will be times where you're above average and times you're below average. Things that are out of your control, things that are out of other people's control. But when you look at the entire fleet, when you're talking about averages like he just stated, those are numbers that we've never seen before. Mm-hmm. And very important if you're looking to come and work, the opportunity is there now like it's never been. And for us, we go through this time in space right now with the whole pandemic coming, hopefully towards the end, and the things that have happened throughout time here. And ATS and our drivers, ATS has stood behind our drivers, and ATS and our drivers have done well throughout that entire period. And now that we're starting to see the light and these numbers that are bigger than we've ever seen, and we're just now coming out of the pandemic and just now coming into the good time. It's an exciting time to be in the industry for sure.
Yeah. And talking about averages, we didn't touch on the company side, right? What they're seeing. Right now, company drivers with us, they're average between $1,500 and $1,800 a week.
It wasn't.
There's nobody out there paying that kind of money.
It wasn't a year and a half ago. We were begging for numbers like that for our contractors, and now we're seeing these numbers for our company drivers with an average of 75 cents a mile. It is again an exciting time. Did we have any other questions?
Chad's got a question on. He's class 1 right now. Can't go up anymore. Well, Robbie, what's Chad's next step?
Chad, give me a call.
That's it.
There's room to go up. You and I have talked about this. I don't know that I'm understanding the question, give me a call, Chad. I'll be back at my desk here a half an hour after this ends. We'll chat. I haven't talked to you in a few months anyways, so.
Yeah, we like hearing from our drivers. If you're in here and you're a current ATS driver, come and talk to us. Call us. We'd like to know how you guys are doing out there. We want to check in with you, see how everything's been. Eugene, is here, not me? Call us. Give us a holler. I can give you my direct line. If you want to give me a holler, I can get you with operations and we can talk about it.
You call me. Will do, Chad. I got your number.
Eugene, if you want to call me here, it might be on there, but you can write down my number. It's 320-258-2817. That's my direct line. Once we're done with this, give me a couple minutes to get back over to my desk and give me a holler. Let's get it figured out because we want to make sure that our drivers are making good money out there. That's why we're doing all this. And we're giving them company drivers, we talk about that a ton, but lease drivers, we have so much freight out there for them to haul. If you're not seeing something, we just got to dig into it. Maybe it's something that you're not getting the load offers and we got to change how they're being shipped out to you. Who knows? But we got to get it taken care of. We want to make sure that you're making money. Okay? And please, anybody else that's on here, if you got questions, put them on here. You can message us, put your comments on here, call us. We said it earlier. Sam put on the phone number for us. So give us a call. Let's see what we can do for you.
And if you're catching this later and it's not live, it's recorded. Put a comment in if you got questions and don't want to pick up the phone and call either John, myself, or that 800 number. And we're going to be monitoring this and going back to it and answering all questions real time. So we look forward to the engagement. Just in case, I'm going to say hi, Joe. Yeah, I figured he'd be watching, and Joey missed out. This has been a fun one with all these big numbers we're talking about and the new rollouts, and the going from 24 to 28% on that upside pay. And if we think about these numbers, these average numbers that John talked about, and for our company drivers, and these numbers have been what's been average, and now we've added to that by going from 24 to 28% on that upside pay. So this is a good time to be in the industry. There are a bunch of questions came through.
We're trying to keep up on them, so if you got them, we're going to try to get to them right away for you.
Eugene, been here 5 years. I'm not sure who your recruiter was. I don't know if you know. You can certainly call John or myself, or been here 5 years. You probably know Joe. Joe's always got his phone on him and is open to a phone call. So give us a call. What were you gonna say?
Oh, we're talking. He's been here for 5 years. Who your recruiter is? It could be one of us.
Absolutely.
I've been here for 7.5 years.
6.5.
Yeah. So we're not new to this. All of us recruiters have been here for a good amount of time. You don't have turnover rate really in our recruiting department.
No.
You're with ATS and you stay. And you find out how much this company, well, we talk about the company, but really how much the Andersons actually do for the drivers. They're constantly looking at reports. How can we get more money to you? What can we do for home time? What do we need in the trucks? What do we have for, what's available for trucks? The brands that we're carrying, they're constantly going through and making sure we're doing the best we can for the drivers out there.
Yeah, they recognize why we have our place in the industry, and that's because of the drivers.
There's only one way that we can be around for 65 years, still ran by the same family that started it, still haul for the same company that we started with.
Yep.
We still haul freight for them. I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again, there's no company that can do that out there that can say that, because we look at what we can do. We'll talk about how the upside pay actually works. Well, depending on the division you're looking to get into, we have your cents per mile, or we take a look at the percentage of the line haul. And whichever one is going to put more money in your pocket automatically gets paid out to you. And you see that on your loads. It'll show you how many miles it is, your cents per mile, what you'd be making on that part, and it will show you on the percentage. And it will show which one is going to be more, and that's what you're going to be getting.
Yeah, and that's how we've been for over 2 years, been averaging over 65 cents a mile for our drivers. And now recently here over the last 16 weeks, 12 weeks, something like that, it's been at or above 75 cents a mile. Is getting the greater of either that cents per mile or that percentage, which now has gone up to 28%.
Another nice point about this, looking at mileage or percentage, you're not out there trying to get 3,000 miles every week just to get a paycheck. You can go out there and do 2,000, 2,200 miles a week and make excellent money. You don't have to be pushing your time clock all the time and stressed out that, am I going to be on time for this load? Am I going to have enough hours to be able to get this load delivered? Trying to plan where you're going to be stopping every day. We don't want to push our drivers to the edge. We want you to go out there and actually enjoy truck driving. That's what you got into this job for. You didn't go out there to get stressed out or anything. You got out there to go see the country, have some fun with it. You might as well make very good money and not have to do a ton of miles.
Yep, absolutely. John talked about it a little bit about how ATS and the leadership really looks out for the drivers, and it permeates all the way from the top. And you walk through companies, corporations, and a lot of the talk is the customer. What can I do for the customer? How can I better serve the customer? And that's important. But from the top down here at ATS, you walk around the hallways, you sit in meetings, and it's always about the driver. And that shows in everything that ATS does from these new pay programs to the equipment we run to how they train driver managers. Everything they do revolves around making sure the driver experience from start to retirement is a positive experience.
Yeah. Not a single time have I ever heard, seen, or had anything that revolved around what can we do to make more profits for ourselves. Nothing.
Are we
Nothing out there.
Are we losing people here? I hope we're not too boring for you guys. I'd like to see some more comments. Yeah, and again, we'll be monitoring this after the fact. So
If you got questions, yeah.
Yep.
Also, that I don't know if it's been said enough, but we got a new terminal. We just opened up a brand new one over in Porter, Indiana. We closed down the Gary, Indiana one, so all company drivers will go to a brand new state-of-the-art facility. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Amenities. They got a full shop right there. It's a nice, clean office. We got the new at our other yard here in St. Cloud.
Simulator?
Simulators.
Yeah.
That's
How
it.
cool is that?
Yeah, that's cool. You get to be there and see how truck driving's done. They have little simulators that you can go on there if you need any advice on this or run into areas or whatever else. They have those now, and it's all for the drivers.
Yeah. That facility out in Porter for company drivers, for its company driver orientation plus a full ATS facility. But that's been a long time in the making. And that's another thing is ATS, going back to focused on the drivers, is they spent a lot of time, many years, trying to get us out of Gary, Indiana to begin with. And then also making sure that the facility is very driver friendly, and I believe they've done an excellent job out there.
Yep. Yeah, it's a nice facility. They've really done it up for the drivers. Okay.
See any other questions? I don't know.
No. Well, it's a Thursday, I guess. Our drivers our current drivers are probably out there running right now. They're not sitting around on Facebook Live, so I mean that's a good thing.
When you get shut down tonight and you watch this video, leave us a comment that you watched it. Leave us a comment how awesome we were, so Joe can see that.
Yeah.
And just with any questions, we're going to be monitoring, and I think that's about all I have.
Yep, that's all I got. I mean, we wanted to go through the pay and everything on there. The new upside pays that we got. The drivers are averaging 75 cents a month. You can tell these aren't scripted.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. If it sounds like we're editing these to try to make it sound like I have an excellent vocabulary. But yes. Please.
I'm going to finish with two things.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks for joining us for the last 25 minutes. And then also remember, this is every Thursday at 11 o'clock. And we look forward to having current drivers, prospective drivers, staff, anybody join us and ask questions. So look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Drive safe.